Good morning, guys. I'm here to help you answer the question, how do we say and read years on a timeline? I'm going to start with a year that you're very familiar with. I'm going to write it here where it says the year. How do we say this year? That's right. We say it just like it looks. 2017. Okay, we read this like this. 2017. Now, I know that one was very easy. I'm going to try and do a more difficult one for you right now. Okay, when you're looking at timelines, you're going to see many years. You can see some years right here. Okay, you see some years on both sides of this timeline. Let's look at one that you may not be so familiar with. I'm going to write it here. Okay, try and say that with a partner. Okay, again, we say this one just how it looks. 2010. So I'm going to write it here too. We say 2010. Okay, again, pretty easy. It gets more tricky when we look at years that come before 2000 on the timeline. Here's 2000. Here's another number right here. I'm going to write this year up here. Make a guess. How do you say this year in English? Okay, for years before 2000, it's a little bit trickier. We actually say the first two numbers first. So we say 19, and then we say the last two numbers. So we say 1999. Okay, but we don't write it like that. We actually write it together. And then we read 1999. Okay, let's try another one. On this timeline, you see a number of a year that comes before him. Let's look at this one. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Make a guess. How do we say it? Okay, again, we say the first two numbers first, 19, and then we say the second two numbers, 95. We put those together and we say 1995. Okay, and you can see these numbers are together on the timeline. Now, let's try one that's not on the timeline. This will show how much you've learned. Let's try this one, which is an important year for Cambodia. Try to say this year with your partner. Okay, again, we take the first two numbers, 19, and then we read the next two numbers, 55. If you said 1955, give your partner a bump. Okay, this has been a broadcast from the Knowledge Center. I hope that now you can say all those years on your timeline.